Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos taking on Deshaun Watson and the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get... And off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Second and 11 now. On the draw, it's Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led by a 3-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
He'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. On third down, Wilson. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Watson. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the former Colorado Buffalo, Crosby, puts this one through, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Denver's offense now set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He completes it to Beckham. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he is going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. We're coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point. Watson's throw complete there to Thomas. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Again, it's Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Second down and goal. Watson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the former Colorado Buffalo, Crosby, puts this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there on the scramble.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 27, Wilson caught left side. It's Beckham. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after here coming up. He's got it as the lead is now 10-6. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Broken tackle. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Watson now to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. C.J. Ham, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Denver. "45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 2nd down, Barkley, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now Saquon Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 2nd down and 5. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 29. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Watson. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jamar Chase there to make the grab. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On first down, it's Taylor. Setting up the screen to Kelly. A little juke. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Play action, it's Taylor. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing Taylor on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with John Kelly. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Taylor. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Mack, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Taylor on 3rd down, throws incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 27, Taylor. He's got his tight end, Smith. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Mack. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. They had a little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now it's Taylor. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Taylor. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Michael Brockers in on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Haskins to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the draw, Gainwell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
57, Mike, 57.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Taylor.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line.
Taylor.
Out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Taylor's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And he rifles one incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd. Carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So that drive in total 8 plays. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.